All right, welcome to tonight's team call. I am Corey Mayo, your CEO and founder of Team Living Healthy and Fit. I am really excited to talk about our topic tonight. But before we dive into the topic, I wanted to share with you a couple things that are coming up that you'll want to mark down on your calendars because they're really exciting. So last week when I did the summit recap of what's coming up for this year and the beginning of next year, I forgot to mention something huge because it was in my other notebook for 2B Mindset. So for those of you who haven't heard of what 2B Mindset is yet, it is our newest nutrition program. It does not require exercise. It is solely nutrition based. It is designed by a nutritionist, and it is teaching us how to eat without using containers and really measuring. It's how to use your plate to eat good foods, how to choose your foods. There's really nothing off limits, but it teaches you what's a smart option versus a maybe not as smart option that's going to lead towards weight loss. So what's really exciting is Alana in August is going to be hosting a certification for 2B Mindset. So you can actually take online courses to get nutrition certified to further your education as far as nutrition and being able to help your clients with mindset and making that connection with their food and moving themselves forward to a healthier relationship with their food. So it's going to be an online course. There will be an exam at the end of the online course so that you are certified and you do actually learn content and how to really help your clients with nutrition. The certification will be $99, okay? So it'll be a one-time fee of $99. There will also be an option for $695 a month if you want to get into her continual learning. So you would take the certification class for the $99, you would take the exam and get certified, and you could be done there. But if you really want to keep learning about nutrition and keep your education going, you can pay $695 a month to continue your education with Alana in that group, okay? So that's really exciting because you guys, nutrition, especially mindset and learning to reprogram our minds is the biggest hurdle, right? Like once we start putting one foot in front of the other, usually fitness and at least some sort of movement becomes somewhat easier. But most people struggle with, what do I eat when I go to a restaurant? Or if they have one bad meal, they hit this downward spiral really, really quickly because they're like, oh, well, I already failed because I had one bad meal or I had one bad day, and they lose it because of their mindset and their relationship with food. So this is going to be a really good program and certification to help you further your business, to help you further your confidence when talking about nutrition and helping your clients, and just for yourself too, to further your relationship with food and knowing what options are good and maybe not so good. Okay. It's always good to learn more, right? The next really exciting thing that I want to announce is my good friend Allison Clark and I are going to be hosting a 24-hour push to Emerald. So how many of you want to be Emerald and are pushing for Emerald to unlock your business? Woo woo. You guys, that's exciting. I know it's kind of scary at the same time, but that's so exciting. And that's something that every single one of you can do. Emerald is 100% mindset. Okay. And once you unlock Emerald, you build that confidence to become that leader on your team and to keep moving forward. All the other ranks are just Emerald duplicated over and over and over and over, and teaching your team to do the same thing. So we're going to do this push to Emerald. It's going to be on Monday, July 16th. So instead of our team call, we are going to do a live call about pushing to Emerald, what you need to do to hit Emerald and to help you push for that. And then we are going to be announcing our new Emeralds on that Thursday, since that's our rank advancement day. Okay. You can do it. I'm super excited to do this. Allison is a rock star. She's been crushing her business goals. So I'm excited to pair up with her. She's also going to have some of her girls who are newer Emeralds talking on the call. So you get to hear from not only myself and Allison who have hit Emerald, but and above, but hear from somebody who's recently done it, okay, who's maybe a little bit closer to being in your shoes and just starting their business and unlocking their business, which is really cool too, because I think that gives a whole new perspective, right? It gives that that relatability that, okay, they just went through it and they've done it. I can do it too. So that will be on Monday, July 16th in place of our team call. Okay. So further details will probably be on our Zoom, but we haven't ironed out all the fine details and time exactly just yet. Okay. So tonight we are going to talk a little bit about, how many of you listened to the National Wake Up Call today? Anybody listen to it yet? Not yet? Okay. So, yeah, Dawn did. Okay, cool. So, I did as well. And that's where I kind of got this idea from, because Michelle Myers spoke at Summit. And this is kind of what her theme was when she was on stage at General Sessions. And so much of what she was saying was like, yes. And it's so much of what we talk about all the time, but sometimes it's just hearing that reminder, right? So she talks about how building the relationship is key to this business. Now, we all know that, right? We all know that we are in the business of building relationships and building that trust. But she takes it further and says that this is our responsibility as a coach to share the light, to share health and wellness, to invite people to lead this better lifestyle, to be healthier and happier. It's not just an opportunity. It is our responsibility as a coach to connect with those around us and to be that positive influence. Because I can guarantee every single one of us has those people who post the negative stuff, or you just kind of scroll past them because they never really have anything good to say. And those get fewer and farther in between the more you get involved in coaching. But we all have those people in our life, right? Those Debbie Downers and just don't really have much good to say. We need to be that light to uplift others around us, okay? So she talks about how posting is marketing, but no business can grow alone on marketing, right? Like if businesses just put their ad out there, but they never made you feel connected to their brand or relatable to their brand or drawn into the story of how the brand started, you would just kind of go, you don't really have any connection to it. But when you start marketing and creating a relationship and sharing your story to create your brand, then you start to draw people in, right? They start to see themselves in your shoes. They start to see themselves in your journey. So we need to, as coaches, when we're making posts, not just make a post, right? Not just slap something up to slap something up, but to make a post to represent our brand and to draw people in so that they connect with our story. They can see themselves in our story, okay? Building this business is hard work, but this business gets really fun. Dawn and I have talked about this several times. This business gets really, really fun when you stop worrying about you and making it about you, and you make it about serving others. And you make it about serving what they're lacking, what they could use in their life, that they could use this community, that they could use some help with nutrition, that they could use the support of a challenge group. It becomes really fun when we stop making it about us. Okay? So I have 5 steps of selfless ambition to help you step outside of that comfort zone, to step outside that box and start sharing your story just a little bit deeper. I'm not saying you have to totally revamp what you've been doing if you've been sharing your story and making your posts, but we can always fine tune, right? We can always make it just a little bit better to engage just a few more people, to connect with somebody else on a different level, or maybe somebody who's been watching for a really long time, and just making that little bit of a shift is enough that really connects with them and they take that bold step to connect with you. Okay? So 5 steps of selfless ambition. Number 1, we talk about this all the time. Show up every day. Every day without fail. Show up and create that consistency in your life. How can I serve today? Ask yourself. That's how we provide value in our posts, you guys. Maybe, like for me, when I'm working out, I'm listening to music and there's 10,000 things going through my head of what needs to be done for the day and what I'm running late because I laid in bed and worked a little too long or whatever. There's always 10,000 things in my head. But there's also some sort of struggle that I'm facing, whether if it's I'm struggling with maybe I wasn't real great with my kids last night, or I was kind of cranky, or I was irritable with PJ, or I didn't do very good in time management. There's always something going through my head that I could do a little bit better, right? There's always something that I'm kind of working through mentally as I'm working through my workout. You can share those struggles, those hurdles that you're facing during your workout or during maybe it's nutrition. You know, maybe you struggle with making certain choices when you're in a certain environment. How can I serve today? Those struggles that you face, even though they might seem super small to you or insignificant to you, are huge to other people because they aren't putting that emphasis on those things like you are every single day. So think about, how can I serve? What kind of value can I provide to others? How can I help them see themselves in my story and become the hero of their own story? Okay. Number 2, our business moves at the speed of trust. Okay. Our business moves at the speed of trust. Think about that. How quickly will you block and ghost someone if they just send you a cold message and say, hey, did you know I'm a so-and-so rep now? Would you like to check out my products? This is my favorite thing, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, block. You don't want nothing to do with it because they haven't built your trust. They haven't asked you how you're doing. They don't probably know much about you. They're just sending it because you are next on the list. When we start building that trust, when we start engaging on people's posts, when we start saying, hey girl, I saw whatever. How are you doing? Did you have a good holiday weekend? What did you and your family do for the 4th of July? Are you celebrating? Did you celebrate this weekend? Are you celebrating this week or next weekend? Ask questions. Start building that relationship, because the more you build the relationship, the more you build the trust. It's just like becoming friends, right? You build that trust as you build that relationship with people. And as people start to watch you and see that you're showing up every single day, see that you're being real, that you do have struggles, that you are working through those struggles, that you're a human being, and that you're sharing that on social media and you're being real, that only further builds that trust, because the person you are behind the scenes is the person that you are on your storefront or on your social media, because our social media is our storefront, right? So our business moves at the speed of trust. Number 3, our offline content creates our online content. How many of you struggle from time to time with creating a post, or what should I say? What should I talk about? I know I do. There's times that you're just so busy and your head has 10,000 things going through it. It's like, oh, what do I narrow it down to that I can like really get into and talk about, right? But we don't need everything to be perfect. And I think that sometimes, and I know for myself, I'm guilty of this, you want to showcase that you are doing your workouts, that you are doing your nutrition, but maybe everything else in life is a hot friggin' mess. And you are like, oh my God, the laundry's been sitting in the laundry room for 3 weeks. Whatever. The kids' bedrooms are a mess. It's just everything else is like total chaos. Don't be afraid to be real, okay? Don't be afraid to share that real life stuff, the stuff that's happening behind the scenes, okay? Because that's what makes us relatable. People don't want a perfect person. People don't relate to the perfect person who always has their hair and makeup done, who always gets their workout done on time, always rolls out of bed at the perfect time, always has their nutrition on track. Like, who relates to that? Because nobody's perfect, right? It makes people feel more real and like it's doable for them too. When we show, hey, laundry's still in there from 2 weeks ago, but I'm working on it and it's all in the laundry basket now. That's real life, because that's happening right now. It's been sitting in my laundry room for 2 weeks and it's going to go upstairs tonight. But share that stuff, okay? But just share the positive flip. Don't complain about it. Don't complain, oh, I feel like such a failure because my laundry's been in the laundry room for 2 weeks. I can't keep up with my kids. I feel exhausted. Okay, you might be feeling those things. But how can we flip that? How can we say, okay, life has been a big struggle for me. I'm thankful that I have my workouts to release that stress every day. And I'm working on, being better with time management or saying no to certain things so that I can make more time for myself and the things that I need to do without feeling overwhelmed and stressed. You can give the positive flip on things without seeming like it's complaining, but still sharing. Does that make sense? So sharing that offline stuff, okay? Don't make it the highlight reel because nobody relates to just the highlight reel, okay? It actually discourages a lot of people because they feel like they are a loser or a bum or that, like, why can't I do it? I just can't do it. It just makes them feel worse. So don't be afraid to share the real and use what's going on in your life. Okay. Use those struggles and those hurdles and those challenges and those things that are happening in life because life's always happening. Okay. Number 4, we will get stuck if we let what others think rule our actions. That's a big one. That's a big one. We will get stuck if we let what others think rule our actions. Number 1, nobody else but you is paying your bills. Nobody else but you is in your mind with deciding if you're happy, if you're healthy, and if you're taking steps towards you. As much as you love your spouse, they still are not you. Okay? So we can't let somebody on social media making a post. Alicia, I'm going to use your example that we were talking about the other day. A girl that she's friends with, Alicia had not reached out to this girl, but a girl that Alicia is friends with had made a post that said, I really love when you comment on somebody's weight loss post and then like 10,000 people message you asking you to join their team or to join their challenge group or whatever. Now, mind you, Alicia had never reached out to her and didn't connect with this girl, but she already felt guilty just reading that because she's like, well, I don't want to be that person that, that makes her feel like that. You guys, people are always going to have something to say. And with as much, as many MLMs as there are on the market now, and just doing cold leads and cold messages, like I know you all have gotten, they have put up that wall. Okay. But we can't let that small percentage stop us from moving our mission forward to helping those who want and need our help. Okay. So remember that nobody else is you. Nobody else is deciding if you're happy and nobody else is paying your bills. Okay. And the other thing is we have to get away from being the people pleasers because the people who don't connect with our story aren't our tribe anyway. Okay. Those aren't our people anyway. And even if they did join your team, they probably wouldn't fit very well. Okay. So think about all the people who do need your help and who are looking for someone just like you to relate to and to have that support and that positivity in their life. Okay. So we can't let what others think decide if we take action or not. Okay. And number 5, if we refuse to look at the business as an opportunity, it is our responsibility. We must refuse to look at the business as an opportunity, but as a responsibility. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, can we earn money doing this? Yes. Is this a business? Yes. But if we focus on just building a business and just hitting the numbers and just making money, we're only going to get so far. But when we focus on the responsibility of moving our mission forward and serving others, the possibilities are limitless, you guys. Limitless when we make it about those around us and those who are following us. Okay? So it is our responsibility as a coach, as a human being who has found something in life to uplift them, to empower them, to lead them on a healthier path. it is our responsibility to share that with those around us and to help them see that they can do it too. Okay? So it is our responsibility as a coach to share. And the last tip I wanted to share, and I already kind of said this, is people don't want a fitness Barbie. People don't want the perfect person. People want you. There are millions of people in the world, millions and millions and millions and millions of people in the world. And for every person in the world, there are people out there just like you who are waiting to hear your story to connect so that they can see it too. Not everybody connects to my story. Not everybody relates to me. Some people aren't going to relate to Dawn. Some people aren't going to relate to Amanda. Some people aren't going to relate to Alicia. You guys, there's people out there that are just like us, that are just waiting for somebody to be that light for them. So be bold, but be you. Don't be afraid to be you and share your journey in how you see it, how you feel it, how you're experiencing it, because that is your game changer. You are the secret sauce. You. Not doing the vitals every day. That's something you need to do to take action. But you, as a person, your journey and your story is what makes you different. You are the secret sauce. So share who you are and be bold to let that journey be shared. Okay? Yay, thank you. Do you girls have any questions? I got through that pretty quickly. We did good on time, girls. No questions? All right. Well, I appreciate you. I love seeing all your faces. It's so nice to have some faces on the call, some new faces. Definitely look into the 2B Mindset certification, and for sure plan on being on the call on Monday, July 16th, so we can do that push to Emerald, okay? Start thinking of people who you want on your team. Not if they will say no, not if they've already been a coach before. Just start thinking, who are the people you love? Who are the people that excite you and that you, or that desperately need this, that you want to empower and uplift and show them that this positive community of people is here to help them. Okay, so start working on that list. I'm super excited for that call. And the last thing is summit tickets are going to be at the $130 price until July 9th. So get your tickets because that is the cheapest that they are going to be, you guys. Commit to being there next year so you can experience this. You can experience this in full. Okay? All right. I love you, girls. Have a great rest of your night. I'll get the recording up. Bye.